But the people who come across these streams, they might find, you know, someone practicing meditation and teaching mindfulness and detachment, etc. So I think that's good. That's good for those people. That's a good situation. I'm not unwilling to put myself in harm's way for the greater good, you know?
Welcome. Welcome, Dr. Rob. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Shiva. I saw the video that you made with the lady for the Mount Kailash trip. So what are you doing? Have you set everything up to have an upcoming trip at Mount Kailash?
Yes, it begins August 31st in Kathmandu, Nepal. So you have to book your flight there, and it costs 2,800 USD for every expense covered after that. So the only thing that's not covered is your flight there and back, of course. But
How
everything else,
long? How long is it?
it is approximately 2 weeks. So
Wow.
yeah, it takes 5 days to get there, 5 days back, and a few days actually in Kailash. So
Is that how much you paid for it?
yes,
Really?
actually I paid a little bit extra, but we're getting a huge discount because of our work with her. She believes in what I'm doing, and this is our first time. Our first time, she's taking a step back uh, in the future. So maybe I'll take over this. I'll go with people to Kailash every year. That's what I intend to do, actually.
Right. But are you telling me to believe that you spent $3,000 on this trip, on a 2 week trip?
I think I might have spent a little bit more, but yeah, $3,000, no less than that. I did. Yeah.
Just recently you purchased this and
No, 2023 I purchased this.
oh, well what about now? You're going to have to purchase it again or
No, because I'm hosting this, and depending on how, if I bring 15 people along with me, then my trip costs and expenses will be taken care of and covered.
Yeah, but there's not going to be 15 people that are signing up for
15,
this.
15.
Yeah, there's not going to be 15 people that are signing up for this retreat.
Well, if there's not, then I'll sure some money will have to come out of my pocket. We'll see how much that is. And if God provides, then that's provides. If it doesn't need to happen, then it won't happen. But I'm
Oh,
not here
okay.
to. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if I was spending $3,000 on a trip, I'd probably go to South Korea or I don't know. Maybe I would go to Nepal. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
But
Kailash is a special sacred place. That's the best place to go.
yeah,
But what's up with you? You crying?
no, I'm just yawning from we played some GTA. I ended a few virtual beings, and I'm talking a little bit with the representative of the troll army on my live stream, just a little bit. They were saying something about first mistake is trying to figure us out. But yeah, but I mean, I'm not trying to figure anybody out. I'm trying to figure out not figuring out. So it's a but I think about this like putting myself how I've presented myself and how, different people can view that is definitely creates a lot of vulnerability and people who might want to do horrible things to me or mess with me or whatever. I don't mind that so much as it's online, but people physically trying to harm me or things, of course, I wouldn't like that. But all that said, if that persona or that presentation of myself as a lol cow or as a crazy person allows more people to come across these teachings, this energy that's not really based in me, then that's good. I'm willing to put myself out there at least a little bit for that.
Yeah. People have reached out to me that have found this through the live streams that we're doing that said that they don't really have any experience in spirituality. It's brand new to them. And now they're starting to think about it and getting into it for the first time, which was just eye opening for me. It was fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. So it's nice to get those people that reach out like that. And you do a good you take on a good persona and a good way of being that makes people feel comfortable and accessibility. I mean, unless you're a hotel owner in Vietnam or a chicken on the road, then there's a lot of lightness there, and I kind of have a lot of heaviness that I carry with me in my persona.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's bound to change. And I hope to continue doing these live streams with you for a long time. I see this as something worth putting my energy into, worth my time. And you're also on the same path. It's hard for me to go get my friends to do this because they have no interest in this. But you're doing this as a profession in a sense and full time. And I also want to do this. I find this very valuable, very beneficial for others to grow and to advance spiritually. And I can give a lot. So I'm learning a lot from you. Actually, you're my teacher in this
Thank you.
game.
Thank you, Shiva. But that's one of the things that people might not understand is that I don't really have any need for money, and I'm not making money like Shiva is on the live streams where people, send all these super chats and stuff. Um, I'm not really in a situation where I need money in that way. Of course, everybody needs money unless you're a monk or something, but I'm not in that kind of situation. So I understand that people can be difficult to understand, like why I'm doing this. But for me, it's a way for me to be on the edge of my seat in doing good deeds, in being mindful, in listening to the Buddhist teachings, working with other people in that way, to share and to give. Um, so it's like with this shirt, right? Like somebody seeing me wearing this shirt and saying, "What is that? And how could that come about?" Right? I don't know. My wife, she made this shirt for me and she gave it to me and I wear it and it's fine. It's a shirt. It works. And she laughs when I put it because it's more like a child's shirt. Like maybe you'd see a baby, or this is like a baby's shirt, like a big baby shirt. So I don't know. My wife made it for me, and but that's the other thing with the trolls is like to a certain degree, where is the limit, or what's the point that we say, huh? Because it's like if I went from doing all the crazy stuff online and I'm a loser live streamer or whatever to, I mean, it's possible to now I go and be a monk and I'm living in Myanmar again and I'm surrounded by hundreds and thousands of other monks and nuns, and maybe I'm even have some big nice place and I'm super wealthy or whatever with people support for me to have a temple or whatever. It's like, do you just say huh and then move on? So that contrast is really important to me. In meaning that it's useful, like the contrast between pain and pleasure, or the contrast between like how something appears to be versus how something is, and in actuality and reality. So it's a long-term project, and I'm
Hmm.
just keep doing my thing, and it's probably a good thing as well, live streaming less and taking more time for myself. It's not like I'm live streaming many hours a day uh, because like I need to get money every day. It's not really like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I know you've said in the past many times that this is an avenue for you to do good deeds. And I've struggled to understand that at first, but now I'm understanding that you're giving every time you go live and you live streaming. You're giving your energy, your time, your knowledge, your insight, your wisdom, or even just a friend to talk to, someone to bounce ideas off of. And it takes, yeah, you're giving. You have to turn on the live stream, you have to talk, you have to put energy towards, otherwise you won't listen or watch. And it's a good avenue to give and to be generous. And also, I see this being a long term thing. I don't see me committing to much. I've never really committed to much, but this YouTube I've stuck around for a long time, 3 years now, and I see growth and potential for this. So I hope that we continue doing this. I find this very enjoyable doing these live streams with you. I think people are benefiting, and Yeah, a good break once in a while is definitely needed.
So I just want to respond to two comments here. Someone said monks aren't super wealthy. Some monks are extremely wealthy. And probably most monks don't live very austere lives, but maybe austere compared to what general Western standards, because most monks are Asian and in Asian countries. And actually, some monks are married. So Japanese Zen monks and a lot of Japanese monks can be married and are. And then another comment from the representative of the troll army, Missy, said, typically when you disappear offline because you're tired of looking over your shoulder. Yeah, but I was a monk for 8 years. I have a lot of experience of not being online, being in meditation retreats, not using technology. And I have a very fine, lovely life here with my wife in Vietnam. So, like yesterday, I was just relaxing. I played some games, um, watched a really good movie. Did you watch that movie I recommended to you, Shiva?
About halfway through.
Oh, it's good, right?
Pretty good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, if you have a question to ask us, send a super chat. We highly appreciate it. And I was a bit concerned a few days ago when you were going manic. Yeah, maybe you can talk about that.
well, it's not really mania. It's just like performance art. But ultimately, my job and my role isn't just to do, you know, exhausting myself in performance art. Um, so it's not the best thing to do, but it's not really anything, just performance.
And what does your spiritual practice look like today, these days?
Being aware right now. We did a great thing this morning that I'd like to do more of, and it's just from the Upaya Zen Center chanting uh, pamphlet or text. So it's like taking the Bodhisattva vows, the Heart Sutra, verses of atonement, and then at the very end, they use it for the Fukatsu ceremony, which is like the full moon ceremony, and that's doing repentance, taking refuge in the three jewels, and then taking the three Bodhisattva vows and the 10 pure mind practiced vows. And I was doing that and I was being self reflectory and seeing, you know, many good things to be more skillful and stuff like that.
Mm.
So it's an ongoing process, it's not just a one and done thing where now you're a Buddhist or now you're a Muslim or now you're a Christian. Uh, it's a process of releasing suffering and being more genuinely human.
Mm. We got a super chat here from Yui, donated $2 Canadian, and asks, "What does Rob do for a living?"
Um, I don't really do anything for a living.
He lives.
Yeah, I don't have a job. I don't really do anything specifically for money. So
That's good. Good for you.
yeah.
We'll answer any super chat. Send it over, and I'll read it out loud.
I basically became Buddhist in 2014, 2015, when I went to live at a Zen Buddhist meditation center for a year in New Mexico.
Mm. What else? Yeah, I saw you doing the chanting today and the taking vows. I thought that was a good thing. Very positive and
Yeah, it
kind of.
felt good. It felt so nice just doing the chanting and going through the ritual and the script, all the different chantings. Um, One thing from Hemming Slay here said, "How do you survive without money? Do you beg?" Well, I have money. I have enough money to take care of myself, and then I have some spiritual friends or devotees or students or whatever you might want to call them, that that support me long term in my spiritual path and practice. And other than that, my wife works a little bit, so it's yeah.
Mm,
Basically, I'm being supported by a community, a small community, but kind of a long term. People who've known me for years back when I was a monk.
nice. So Yui has another question with a super chat, the $2 Canadian. Thank you for the donation. How can I also live with no job and no need for money?
Maybe go and be a monk for 8 years and teach meditation online or something like that. I mean, there's certain things that I do that people feel value in, so then they want to support me.
Yeah, very fair. And yeah, it took me a long time to practice spiritually for me to start to see how I can support myself off of this. But it wouldn't be appropriate for me to do this 5 years ago, for example. I wouldn't be competent enough. So it took a certain level of maturity to speak, communicate, and also delve into myself to share these things with you. And you being 33 years of age, uh, having the background that you've had, also it's a very big benefit. And so you're capable and competent to teach as well.
Yeah. But it's also a network of relationships primarily that I developed over 8 years of being a monk. So even though I'm not wealthy, like I can't just go and buy a house or whatever or live indefinitely, but I have relationships with meditation centers where I can go and live, where me and my wife could go and live, and just a support network that I've developed over the years of spiritual life and spiritual practice. I mean, that's the main thing. And as for the hair, my plan right now is I want to grow it out for like a year and then have like a top knot like a samurai.
Very nice. So why don't you grow your facial hair as well and have a beard?
I just probably more in line with, dyeing my hair black or something.
But no beard, you're gonna keep shaving the beard?
Well, it's here now, so I'm not shaving it today. But eventually it gets annoying. Eventually there's hair in my mouth when I'm eating and things like that. So
Yeah.
also,
And beard?
just to give some clarity, like, yeah, this is YouTube live streaming, but just as much as this is YouTube live streaming, this is like a YouTube channel that has over 1,000 videos of me being a monk and teaching meditation online. So this being a live stream and then going through this kind of description or understanding of what this is from your side, yeah, that's somewhat true, but also this is just like real. This is just another human being. So just in the same way that like I'm somehow disassociated or weird or whatever because I'm on a YouTube live stream, I was also a Buddhist monk for 8 years. So it's a lot of things that it's always like we're looking to grasp onto some kind of understanding to make things be the way that we think about them. But reality doesn't really work like that. And just because this is called, this is a YouTube live stream, etc., or you're not coming from a background that understands this kind of stuff like Buddhism or meditation, it doesn't mean that it's like according to your understanding. This is something that's like outside of your understanding, probably, because maybe you don't know much about Buddhism or meditation. And just because this is like I'm a human being and I'm live streaming, it doesn't throw away like all of my training in Buddhism and my life as a monk and all that stuff.
Hmm. Yeah. The times that I've been with you and in person, especially, and also online, when you've gotten angry or you became aggressive or whatever, I only felt peace from you. I never felt like, oh, this person can harm me or anything else. So I guess enough mind has been purified so that only loving kindness remains, even though the outwardly appearance is quite gross, quite coarse.
Yeah. Well, it's I mean it's scary in a certain sense. Like doing live streaming so much. Maybe because you're more reserved or keep your cards in your pocket, so to speak, Shiva. But like me putting myself out there and being so vulnerable and seeing like the qualities of the minds of the people generally, it's scary stuff. It is. I mean, it's scary. And you say, well, wait a minute, like I was actually a monk for 8 years and I do performance art and I'm like a real person. And, you know, maybe you don't understand me because you don't know much about the experiences that I've been through and like my philosophy, my perspectives. And people just say, no, that's totally unacceptable. I'm just going to keep rolling with what I have and put that on you. You never know who's going to show up outside your house or, do all kinds of weird different stuff. You never know.
So thank you, Nocturnal Main, for the ketchup chips. And Double Bacon Cheeseburger donates another $20. Thank you very much. I highly appreciate your super chat. And it reads, I was a Buddhist for a time. I got Fudo Muto tattoo on my back. I have felt strong pull to give up everything I own and become a monk for a time. What is your advice regarding attempting that and how to prepare? Thank you for the super chat,
Go,
Bacon Cheeseburger.
yeah, go and visit monks. Go and meet monks. Go and spend some time at monasteries. You probably won't want to be a monk after that.
I would say go to a website called dhamma.org, DHAMMA.org, and sign up for a 10-day Vipassana silent meditation retreat. You'll get to live like a monk for 10 days. They'll feed you, clothe you. It's all on a donation basis. You'll learn this meditation technique, and you'll understand how not easy and how difficult and challenging it is to live the life of a monk and a renunciant. So don't just baby steps. Do that first. Yui says Rob doesn't read his super chats. LOL. The $2 super chat. Um, that's up to him. And thank you for your donation on Stripe on my website. I see that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I will look at your message afterwards. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. Shiva Shambho. Yeah, it benefits me a lot, and I'm grateful that I can receive this now at this time. So, what are your plans now? What are you looking for into the future? Now everything is now, but
Well, we've brought up some ideas about a Nepal trip. So it's funny that you may actually be going to Nepal just to spend a couple months, maybe in the mountains up in Pokhara. I've been wanting to visit Pokhara for a while in Nepal, so I'm thinking about possibly doing that. But it's just, it's open ended. It's day by day. It's moment by moment.
double bacon cheeseburger, you donated on my super chat. Maybe if you give him the money next time, he'll appreciate your question more, but I doubt it. I don't think so. It's a hit or miss with Mr. Rob, Dr. Rob.
Yeah, Dex, my teacher live streams a whole bunch.
But yeah, I would encourage you to go with me to Kailash in August, and maybe even we'll see each other in Nepal if you don't want to go to Kailash. So, what about in terms of okay? Yui says with another $5 Canadian super chat. How can I find a Vietnamese wife like Rob and live with her family for free and just do live streams all day? That sounds like the life
Well, that's not an appropriate question.
he's doing, and you're trying to troll him. Um, That's not what he's doing at all. He's paving his own way. He's living on his own. But you mentioned that there's a possibility of you just turning this lay life down and you becoming a monk once again. How likely is
Yeah.
that? Do you think that's going to happen?
It's probably 50-50.
Wow.
I'll see how how everything continues. But it's definitely very accessible. I could go and become a monk tomorrow in Myanmar if I wanted to. My teacher is starting his rains retreat, his 3-month meditation retreat in Naypyidaw in Myanmar in a few months. So that's definitely an opportunity there.
I don't know, honestly. Thank you for the 20 rupees. Highly appreciate it. That's bigger odds than I thought. What about your attachments to the lease and the house and the bike and so on and so forth? Technology?
Yeah, just sell it, just let it go. It's not that big of a deal. Just see what happens, see how I feel, see how everything opens up. But, if I was to go and be a monk again, I can bring my technology with me,
Mm.
can bring my computer with me.
Yeah. Yeah, double bacon cheeseburger. I would also add on to what Dr. Rob said. And they can let you stay there for 10 days at a time and see what it's like. See what it's like to live under the precepts. It's not as easy or romantic as you think, but
Yeah.
maybe you'll like it. So don't just drop everything. First, go and see what it's like.
No, it's very difficult to be a monk because it's difficult to just be with yourself, to face yourself. And then being a monk is entirely about facing yourself.
It's
People
also
think it's hard to face the world or face other people, that don't like you or whatever. There's nothing more difficult than facing yourself, facing your own mind. There's nothing more beneficial either.
it's not easy to sacrifice pleasures
Yeah.
you want and do what you want. Can you smoke weed as a monk?
Yeah, it's just more trolling.
No, can't. Double bacon cheeseburger says stripping myself down and facing myself is my dream. Yeah, not as easy as it looks. And yeah, you don't need to become a monk to face yourself. That's absolutely true. Monk, being a monk is like training for a fast track, or easier to do that. But I appreciate the lay life. Jessica, thank you. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate the lay life. I appreciate uh, working for myself and not begging, not living life of a renunciate. It's not pleasing to me. So I don't want to do that.
A lot of monks are gay.
That's true. I was in a Buddhist monastery in Myanmar, and a monk came up to me. It was clear he was gay. He was talking to me in a flirtatious way, and I thought to myself, "Wow, this is just so wrong."
Hmm. Yeah, coconut. Good idea.
Love you too, Marcel. If you have questions, we'll be happy to answer them via super chat. Anon user says with a super chat, I really think monkhood is a luxury lifestyle in the West, especially. It is extremely difficult to find any institution who will pay you to do nothing.
Well, yeah, that's not the reality of monastic life. It's exceedingly difficult. And of course, if you could get paid to do nothing and being a monk was easy, then there'd be tons of Western people that were doing it. Pretty
Yeah.
intuitive.
Thank you, Hog Daddy, for the gift. And yes, you have to eat twice a day, no later than 12 noon. You
Some
can't watch.
traditions only eat once a day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No TV, no entertainment, no talking to women, no interaction with women, basically. Lots of meditation. If you're living in a monastery, waking up at a certain time, sleeping on the floor, it's it's like a
Oh, it'd be
military.
horrible. Yeah, worse than the military even.
Yeah.
Most monks where a Westerner would go to find to go and become a monk, it'll be more intense and more difficult than the military. There's all kinds of different monasteries, but monasteries where you just like kind of live and might do what you want or have more freedom are going to be monasteries that are like Asian, like cultural monasteries. So it wouldn't be normal for people just to be able to go and connect with that.
Mm. Yeah, it's hard, not easy.
But monastic life traditionally in the time of the Buddha is meant to be accessible, right? So there's an accessibility at the core of it that's really important. Yeah, ice is good.
Yeah, I wanted to become a samanera when I was in Thailand. It just, it wasn't there. The desire wasn't
Careful.
there. What is spiritual growth number 108? It has to do with the chakras and the planetary distance between the sun and the moon, and the earth and the moon, and the earth and the sun. So Yui asks Shiva, why don't you go to become a monk for 8 years? Because monk life is difficult. It's easier to be a monastic a lay person. And also that life is not conducive for me. I want to what I want and what I don't want, and I think that I'm skillful enough to not have to need that. But it's very useful for very fast track training. Anon user asks, how is it any harder than working at a gas station Monday to Friday? That's just total rubbish, man. Majority of Gen Z are not even having sex. It's it's hard because you can't do what you like and what you can't like, and you face storms within yourself. When you face a storm in the military, you can go call your mom, call this, call that. This is a stripping away of all the things that you like and don't like. And man, your mind gets so painful. Your mind revolts and hates it. And you start craving all the things that you didn't have before. You're living the life of a homeless person. So again, if you want to know what it's like, go to a 10-day Vipassana retreat. You'll basically live the life of a monk with meditating 8 hours a day, only eating meals twice a day before in the morning time, no entertainment, no phone, no talking. You'll understand how difficult it is. My God, the inner storms will come raging inside. Then you'll be begging that you could be at a 9 to 5. It's not easy. So I'm curious about your monastic discipline, Rob. Were you following the Vinaya? How was your discipline like? Did you take any harder practices? How was your asceticism?
I did Tudong a couple times. That was intense. Dutanga is when you sleep outside, you don't travel with anything. Sorry. Sorry about that. You don't, it's like turning up the heat.
Yeah, Dhutanga practices the austerities. I think the Buddha gave 13 austerities to really, I guess, torture your mind to submission. One of them is living in a cremation ground.
Yeah, I did that. The cemetery, living at the cemetery.
Um, so we got a question here. I'm initiated into Saivism. Recite Purusa Sukta. I can't do that. I don't even know what that is. Do you?
No.
Anon user says, the most messed up people in psych wards are coming out of dysfunctional houses, messed up living situations, not monasteries. Don't buy it.
Huh?
So he says that most people that are coming out of psych wards come out or there because they're coming out of bad households, not because they went to a monastery. He's insinuating that a monastery is not difficult or won't lead to some kind of mental illness.
Well, there's difficulty that helps you grow, and there's difficulty that helps you not grow, right? So there's like working out in a way that breaks your bones and tears your muscles and messes you up. And there's a way to work out that makes you stronger and healthier, etc.
That's very true, yeah. And
It's just like there's a way of studying that exhausts you and you can't remember what you study. And then there's a way of studying that is, careful and moderate, and you can actually remember what you studied. So it's balance, right? Buddhism is known, or Buddhism is known as the middle way, and that means that it's not just extremity for the sake of extremity, but a kind of balanced approach to living that helps you understand your mind and work with your mind in a deeper way, especially to reduce and to end suffering. That's what the whole Buddhism stuff is about, is how to end suffering.
yeah,
That's what it's all
absolutely.
about.
And a Buddhist monastery is not intending you to go to a psych ward. It's intending you
Right.
to solve your inner issues, mental issues.
Yeah.
Thank you, Citizen Moth. Love you. Love you right back. Yeah, not easy. Not easy. It's hard. Hard work. I was in a Buddhist monastery in the United States, New Hampshire. That was painful, difficult. Time alone, meditation, lack of food, sleeping on a hard surface. Yeah. Sadhguru once said that the Buddha's teachings or being a monk is like walking a tightrope. You go one way or the other way, you fall off entirely, and it's a very delicate walk, delicate line.
Because when you're practicing to live as a monk, you have more like ethical rules for life. And if you have more ethical rules for life, that practically means you're going to break those rules more often. And so then you're having the difficulty of that more often. You're going down into the lower realms, the suffering realms, because you've broke your promise to yourself and to the community. So being a monk is a very communal situation. It's not just you're doing that by yourself, you become a part of a community in a way that there's really not parallels for that in America or in the West. So you could say it's something like a church community, but the monks are have a kind of status and a respect from the people that are a part of that community that you just don't have in the West. They're beloved, they're respected, they're seen as like children, but also as elders at the same time. So it's a really interesting dynamic that I've never come across in the West. Even in Western Buddhist communities, they don't really have much of that energy of how the monks are treated with this deep love and reverence and respect.
Mm.
So that's I mean that's a big part of my ego and my life up to now is that I spent so many years living that way and being a part of community in that way.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember being in Thailand, walking in Tudong behind the monks, collecting their food. It was such a blessed experience, and people were out giving rice. And I also heard a American monk talking about how if he did went walk Tudong wandering in the United States, but he made it more of an opportunity for people to donate food because if he tried that without communicating that at all, he would starve because the culture
Yeah.
is not there to support that at all. So, Anon user says, what's being built exactly? The ability to beg, appealing to the religious sentiment of people, making society function with impractical disassociation?
Well, this is the thing, right? It's like it's not a proselytizing thing. So you have to tell people, go and mind their own business. It's like people putting their nose in business that doesn't relate to them. And like going to visit a Buddhist monastery and talking to the people there about justifying what they're doing. And like that's what a crazy person does. People live different lives. There's different forms of culture, there's different forms of community, there's different ways that we find value in the world. So in like Asia, there's a very high value given to morality, and it's not like some vague idea of being moral. It's like people who are moral, who've devoted their life to being good and being trustworthy and having a powerful mind, are revered. They're revered more than millionaires and billionaires. So it's like in America, we don't revere ethical people. We revere people with money and power, with status. And in the Asian spiritual countries, it's almost like they give people money and status because they revere them for their morality. It's a very different system, very different way of life.
Yeah, morality is very important. That's one of the things that I valued most about the Buddha's teachings is the moral precepts and how scientific it is.
The Western thing is that even to like get people to believe that morality is important is a whole project.
Mm.
Like to believe that being a good person actually has value is like you have to convince people of that in America. So it's a very different way of life. It's a very different culture.
That is very true. Yeah.
And it's the reason that there hasn't been that much success for Buddhism in in America, because the process of like trying to convince people that morality is really really important and not making excuses to be immoral, it takes a lot of energy to do that. It almost takes a full restructuring of the culture and the society and the way that people think. And at all levels of America, where it's like, well, if you're a corporation, then you have all this money and power, so you kind of have a right to do whatever you want because the power is there. But we live inside of, it's kind of like we live inside of our own AI model. So the prompts that we use to like for justifying negativity or aggression towards someone else, those prompts then exist within us. And so the Buddhist idea is that it's like this awareness of this internal situation. So it's what Jesus said, right? The golden rule, Matthew 7:12. Whatsoever ye do to others, ye have done to ye self. And if you go in a way where you're acting very negatively towards others, then you're going to be creating that in yourself internally. Not even that, like, well, I have a private car, I have security force, I live in the in a very private area, so nobody's going to be able to do anything to me. It's actually like you will do things to yourself. That energy of negativity will come into yourself in conscious and unconscious ways. Maybe you don't feel like anything negative is happening to you, but then the way that you act towards your child is very negative or aggressive, and then your child grows up with anxiety disorder or things like that.
It's hard. It's no different from the church. Monks in Asia also have a form of material status. Just like a pastor in the US, it's no different. Power is the same. I would say it's not. I mean,
It's not quite the same because the monks are renunciates. So they don't have wives, they don't have businesses, they oftentimes don't have personal property. They live as a part of their life is based in collective ownership. So everything that they have is given to them. And then everything that they use oftentimes is something that other people can use as well. So, like the temple itself is not just a house for the monks, it's actually a communally owned space by the sangha, and the monks just don't go like live there and visit, but actually it's their home. And then sometimes that's true. Sometimes Buddhist people also live at the temple if they're volunteers or if they're yogis. So it's just a fundamentally different society and culture. It's not, you can't really find direct parallels in the West for this
mm,
culture.
mm, yeah, I don't think it's the same either. But they deserve status. When you're doing something worthwhile, people naturally look up to you and review you. So it's earned. It's not artificial, or it's not used in the wrong way either. The Buddha had status. Jesus had status. There's a fantastic YouTube video by Ajahn Chah. It's called Ajahn Chah: The Mindful Way. I posted it on my Discord. You can also look it up on YouTube, and it gives a great overview of what Buddhism is, what being a monk is like, why it's difficult to be a monk, why it's important to be moral. And there's a great little scene of a man that was gambling for his livelihood, met Ajahn Chah and said, I gave up gambling because he told me to, it was immoral, and I feel so much peace now. So morality is not something that you appease some god, it's just the
Oh, the
signs
rain
of
come.
how to live
Everybody
well.
look. Beautiful outside. The rain come. Very beautiful. I'll go outside and enjoy the rain. Wow.
As a vegan, can you drink human milk? Yuri asks. With a $2 super chat. Human milk and milk in general from animals is not technically vegan, but it's not immoral if it's taken from a baby as a child, meaning to a baby, it's given to a baby. A baby takes milk, but you don't need to drink milk. That's for babies. Yeah. Communal living is not unique to parts of living. Anon user says with a $2 super chat. Yes, but what principles does the community follow? What values do they hold? What are they pursuing? And the Buddha's teachings survived 2,600 years for a reason. And other communities have not.
Ah. Very good.
Yeah, if you have a question that you want us to read out loud and answer for the 111 people that are here, just write it in the form of a super chat. We'll read it out loud, and we'll talk about it in depth. So let us know what you think. I like that spoon. That's a monk spoon.
Yeah, I prefer to eat with this kind of spoon.
PX and Dad sends with a super chat. Shiva, Rob has failed to humiliate you. He fails. Today is a different day.
We should all work to improve the quality of our lives. You know what I mean? And being a good person or practicing generosity is one of the foundational ways that you can do that.
So I want to get your clarification on this because you've mentioned this many times. I think I've asked you a few times, but you don't. I haven't seen a clear answer. What exactly do you mean by generosity? What you use that word as a loaded word when you say it. So I want you to expand on it.
Go and volunteer. Go and practice giving. Practice volunteering. Practice generosity. Go and do good things for other people that aren't about yourself.
Mm. Doing good things that aren't about yourself. I think that's the key. And a user asks, is it easier to be a foreign monk or a Western hippie? I think it's easier to be a Western hippie. It doesn't matter if you're foreign or not as a monk. Still hard. But foreigners do get treated with more respect, I think, or I feel in Asia, especially. You're seen as unique and. Does Rob drink Vietnamese human milk? No, he doesn't. Yoi, thank you for the super chat. He drinks coconut milk. But for any of those people that are wanting to experience monastic life, sign up for a 10-day Vipassana retreat. Dhamma.org. Yeah. That's coconut. And yeah, you disrobed as a monk. You're no longer a monk. You said that it was too hard, too difficult, amongst many things, many other things.
Am I still live streaming? I didn't even know I was still live streaming.
Oh,
Hi, everybody.
Why don't you get to stay in a hostel and meet people? Yui asks. Thank you for your super chat. The answer is because I don't like to. I've stayed in hostels before. It's not really any different from anywhere else. I have no interest in meeting those people. They have no values that are in line with me, and it would just be a waste of time to talk to them. Truly. So I'm not interested in chit chat. That's what most people offer, is just chit chat. So people that are here interested in spirituality, we can have some powerful, deep conversations. But other people, it's just like, I'd rather spend my time alone.
Yeah, I show you.
Anon user asks, so this whole thing is about rationalizing why it's better to leech off of Asian people
You need
as
the other
opposed to
one, the
white
right
people?
one. They're good.
I'd love to Dr. Rob to comment on this.
No, it's not healthy, man. It's not good. You gotta let things like that roll off. I mean, you might be able to make some more money, but you're bringing like poison into the space. I mean, the Isha Foundation, they even didn't let you come in because you had a something to use for cutting fruits. So this is very important in being a leader or creating a space. You have to ignore, you have to let go, you have to detach. You can't let people be platformed just because they're giving you a couple dollars, man. It's really well, it's just bad long term.
I don't think so. I think that there's a genuine sacrifice is being made with a question. So I have to assume that that question is honest and sincere, and I know it is. So who am I to not answer the question if it might lead to clarity and wisdom and so on?
I don't know.
So
You gotta answer that for yourself, man.
so this is not about leeching off of people. It's not about leeching off of Asian people or Westerners. The Asian culture has embraced and embodied the Buddha's teachings much more deeply. So that culture is much more established, and it's, I guess, easier to be a monk there. More things are provided, and it's more accommodating, you could say. But being a monk is not about being a leech. In fact, you eat little, you sleep little, you need little. You wear ragged robes with a hole in it. You have one bowl, and that's all you eat from. You don't touch money. You don't wear makeup. You have a little bed that you sleep on the floor. And once a day, you go out and begging for your food. That's as little of a leech as you can get. Okay. So you going to getting a job and working for your money and demanding a raise is more of a leech than being a monk. So a monk is supposed to be satisfied with little, and yeah, it's not about leeching off of any kind of race of people. So we got 165 people on here. We're here, both spiritual beings. Dr. Rob here was a Buddhist monk for 8 years. He has his own YouTube channel at Monk Life, and we're open to receiving spiritual questions. If you want us to answer your spiritual question live and read it out for all the 150 people that are here, send in the form of a super chat, and we'll talk about it in depth.
Yes, you pick up. Here, pick up.
And yes, Anon user, more meditation is needed. More insight is needed. Monks are allowed to talk, but they practice silence.
Because as much as you might want to create a limited space or unlimited space for everybody, if you do it that way, you might find that you've created a space that you can't even stay in. With how dark the energies can get or how confused the people can be, maybe doing drug use or things. So it's like you can set up this parameter of you're using your discernment or you're using like the discernment of law, but actually that itself is limited, right? Your own capacity to discern if something's going to work or not is limited. That's why you have to have some reliance on teachers and people who are more advanced than you, so you can rely on their deeper experience, their more fuller experience.
Okay.
Because the way of opening up the mind training of being fully here mentally, it creates an environment where people can feel that fullness of being here mentally. So in that, you have to carry it and take care of it more well, or people come in and exploit it or make all kinds of problems, unnecessary problems, and then it can be even a space where you can't deal with it anymore.
But I think Anon user is genuinely curious and seeking. How can I deny him questions and answering questions? I think Sadhguru has never denied answering those questions, no matter how
They didn't
hard it
even
is.
let you. They didn't even let you go into the center because you brought cutlery. They banned you for 6 months. So it's it's this is your space. This is your center. This is your environment. I'm not managing this. I'm just sharing my insight about situations like this.
So, Sir Stud Muffin Third says, "I'm with Rob. Reading every super chat is dangerous."
But it helps for making money. So if somebody gives you or spends money, then like platforming them. But people can exploit that too. That's why generosity isn't about a particular amount of money. It's more about meeting someone else and knowing someone else. So if someone's trying to take a big stage or have big relevance in your community, it's someone that you have to know for yourself. Otherwise, you're giving your community away to someone that you don't even know, just on the under the guise of them giving you money or practicing generosity. But that person could have like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So for them, $5 is like a penny. So it's basically worthless. Not to get too specific.
Yeah, I can see that. So, Anon user says, "I do not think that life is as easy as Rob makes it out to be. That you can just
And
go and
that's the
become a
same
monk."
thing. So it's putting words in other people's mouths and platforming somebody to do that just because they gave you some money. It's very, very problematic.
So look, I'm not just because they give me some money. That gives me at least the feeling that I need to read their comment out loud at the very basic thing, and people can discern for themselves if it's not appropriate or whatever. But that's what they're paying. That's what the service is for. That's why it's highlighted. The comment is highlighted for everybody else. So I take it as a priority for me to read that first. I think that's very sensible, and I may not agree with it. I may comment on it, but isn't it also my responsibility as a spiritual teacher, if I can call myself that, to help to resolve people's confusion? I believe people are seeking that. At least I hope on my YouTube channel.
Well, for Donald Trump, starting a war with Iran was very sensible. Killing people is very sensible. So something being sensible by itself doesn't mean anything.
Okay. Yui says, "Are you and Rob gay for each other? Who's the top?"
You have to help me pick me up.
That's an inappropriate question.
Okay, throw me up.
But no one is the top. We're not. We're both heterosexual males.
Yeah.
So if there is genuine spiritual seekers here, let me know via super chat, and I'll answer your question. I'll read your question. Sir Stud Muffin the Third. Here's an example. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Read this.
So pick me up. This one. And then
What is so wrong about that? What is such a big deal about that? I'm not as. I guess this is something that I'm learning. It won't come overnight.
No,
But I'm not as nitpicky as Dr. Rob is. That he bans people. I don't ban people. I just time them out if they're really obnoxious.
Wait, come back to me.
But maybe my standards aren't too high. Maybe his standards are too high. So I don't know.
Come down. Pick me up. Throw me up there.
Yeah, I see that.
But there's also some like extra consideration with all this, with how easy it is to join this. So somebody being here doesn't mean the same as somebody being like physically with us at a meditation center or on a retreat. And so even somebody give you any money, but they were physically there with you, that's already a major act of generosity or self-sacrifice to put themselves in that vulnerability.
Mm. Rob advocates a sort of life that only which he lives, Anon user says. I don't think so. I don't think that. And I want to comment on what you said, Rob. Yui says, "Show me more of Rob's." Okay, I can't read that. So somebody, this is not easy to access. Money is difficult to earn. Money is valuable, and they're offering value in exchange for something to happen. For at the very least, for me to read their super chat, and I will. So I can't show you Dr. Rob's friend because that's not appropriate. That's not yours. So yeah, maybe we can go into that more, Anon user. What do you mean by lifestyle? What does he condone? I don't think Dr. Rob condones any kind of lifestyle or life. Maybe he encourages people to go live a life of a monk. But living life of a monk is a good thing.
Oh, we have to follow him.
Rob's wife is gorgeous. Thank you very much.
If we press this, we can run.
Yes, if you're here, if you're a genuine seeker, write your question in the form of a super chat. We'll read it out loud. And your topic will benefit the 166 people that are here. We'll all talk about it in depth, but genuine.
The noisy hotel, brother.
Yoi, that is not the way of going about it. You should not covet thy neighbor's wife. And on user says, why was Rob a poster boy for Saidao? His looks? Okay.
But this is the important thing. It's like, even though you're getting some money, you can platform energies, and then these create standards for how people look at you. Because, of course, most people are not generally, really here. They're just kind of scrolling and watching. But people that may actually have some kind of spiritual development or training, right? They'll be watching you and they'll seeing the kind of people that you interact with and treat as, equals or platforming or whatever. And over time, that develops certain, lack of relationships or future relationships. But that's just a you thing, man. It's not about everybody or me. It's just your choice and me sharing that.
Yep.
Because people, it can be really surprising how subtle some people's minds are and can be. You know,
Mm.
you don't think about it, but actually, people are out there watching and listening.
Yeah, I understand that. So Stir Stud Muffin the Third says, "Do not sell your soul for super chats." I don't think I'm doing that at all.
Here, pick me up.
Yui says, "You two are my favorite gay streamers. Thank you very much. Although we're not gay, I feel I have a responsibility and an obligation to read their super chats. And also, I don't hold such strict boundaries. So, and also, I'm not platforming them. Platforming them would be, hey, come on my live stream and talk. They pay
Well, it's
for a
very
service.
subtle, right? No, these words don't have absolutes to them, right? So you have quite strict boundaries. That's why you've called the police on the hotels that you're staying at twice because of noise outside, once or twice, right? Threatened to call it a second time. So it's like the mind is so subtle. It's incomprehensibly subtle. It's unfathomably subtle.
And a user asks, "What are we all scared of here? What's happening?" I'm glad you picked up on the subtle energy change. And is this a deal breaker for you? Are you willing to stop live streaming with me because I read out super chats that are maybe not appropriate?
No, I'm just hanging out here right now. I'm just sharing with you. There's no ultimatums because there's no big thing on the line. We're just sitting here live streaming, talking to people. But if you kind of ignorantly or decidedly choose to platform, people who have like weird parasocial relationships with what's going on, or people who don't have a good intention, then there's side effects of that internally. Because this is just something that you're playing out in your own mind. There's not a relative like every single person here has their own experience or reality of this in their own mind, like what they think about it and what's going on, etc. So it's just how you work with it. That's up to you.
Yeah, and I also, Citizen Moth, appreciate your $2 super chat. Duality, yeah. I think this relates to this comment here, that this is the dynamic between you and me. I think more trolls come and see this dynamic, of course, because of the past history. But it's different when I'm by myself, and it's more appropriate. But I think people here trying to get a reaction or a response, or it's a bit more loose or more of a different energy. So Fred, Mice Prince says, "Best gay monks." Thank you for the super chat. Anon user says, "Is how you are behaving affected by the viewers?" Is that a question to me or to Dr. Ron? Is how I'm behaving affected by the viewers?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Anon user. One might turn that against you, and I really don't want to do this, and I want to tread space carefully because I don't know where my boundaries are here, but I want to go slowly. Maybe what's worse than me reading my super chats of trolls or whatever, is me trolling hard online with face paint and so on and so forth. Maybe that's way worse.
This year I'm playing this game with my wife. It's really a good game. It's like two little otters that go around and do challenges and stuff. Okay, I come.
So yeah, I think it is worse. But we have to be careful what our intention is.
You go there. Oi. Okay.
Watch what I have. My friends, watch what I have.
I have you.
Oh, yeah. Go stand here. Stand here.
So if you have genuine spiritual questions, write
Pick
them
me
out in
up
the
and
form of a
put me
super
up
chat.
here.
We'll read it out loud, and everybody on the stream will
Okay.
hear.
Now you stand here.
Sir Studmuffin asks, "Who is
On
the
the
judge
table.
of what is worse? Is it not? It's not a competition."
Okay, come. We have one more to get.
It's not a competition, but we can judge.
I have to find one more target.
Judging is not bad and not spiritual.
Close. Not close.
So we should analyze and use our intellect to see what is good, what is not good. Why, Yui? Why? So please put Rob's wife on the stream. Just ask Rob, please. I don't think he wants to do that. And you should leave their men's wives alone.
Yeah, you have to watch out for the. Of course, I mean it gets in engagement, but the parasociality of taking people on this level of equalness when you don't know them, and bringing people into your lives like that when you don't know them is very dangerous. It's very bad. It's very stupid. So you let somebody into your mind or into your home because you know who they are. You don't know who's giving you the gift. You don't know what they're giving you inside the box in this kind of situation. You can't hear their voice. You can't see them. Are they peaceful? Are they speaking with kindness? Let alone that you just don't know them. Okay, honey, follow me over here. Ooh, thunder. You hear the thunder, Shiva?
No.
Oh, beautiful.
And a user says something feels off about Rob right now. Fake. I'm sorry. I don't think that it's as severe as that. This is like me reading comments online, people sending me gifts. It's like a paid service, and I have an obligation to respond to them.
That's not a response saying that this is online. Everything is online. Everything is your mind. So something being online is just like a vague justification for what you're doing. We're offline, so this is okay. We're online, so this is okay. So it's a good thing to let go of that mentality. This is
No,
your
but
life. This is your mind.
yeah, I see that now.
What you eat, Shiva?
Eat banana.
It's really good.
We don't know the final target. Where is the final target?
So
And then we get we get like psychologically entoiled in just drama, like that doesn't have anything to do with anything of value. It's just like drama for drama's sake. Like, what about this? What about that? And then we tune off and we go back to watching YouTube videos. And there's a stress or there's an involvement in that just doesn't make any sense, right? Like, it's like showing up to a board meeting with something to say when you're not a member of the board. So the first thing is to become a member of the board by listening deeply, by sharing deeply, um, and meeting people where they are. So, for example, me and Shiva are in at least some way putting ourselves, our identity, our experience out there. So to get on that level, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable. You have to introduce yourself. And then this kind of environment where we say, there's no reason I would never introduce myself because this is just an online thing. Well, then maybe go watch a YouTube video or something.
That's very true.
It's like you're willing to platform someone's ego and be a vessel for their ego when that person's not even willing to introduce themselves. And then you say, well, they gave me money. So what? People give people money to do all kinds of bad things.
Okay, I want to talk about that, but first I'll read the super chat. Anno user says, Shiva, see how Rob talked in a roundabout way that is exactly going to be inside of the box, never answering if everything is in the mind. Why does he mention before about seeing darkness in audience? And Sir Sudmuffin says that Rob is speaking like this because he cares about you. So I really want to understand this because there clearly is something that I don't understand. You saying it's dangerous. The only way I see it's dangerous is me reading somebody's comment and taking some of their energy or taking maybe some belief or something. So not every comment maybe should be read, is what you're saying. But dangerous in the form of like they're going to come to my house or something because they're sending me donations.
No, it's stupid.
Oh, stupid.
Right? It's unskillful. It's like just because somebody says something, it's like somebody brings you a gift and you have to accept the gift because someone gives you something.
Okay.
You have to be able to not receive gifts that are given to you, and it's your choice. Then you have to take responsibility for your choice of taking that gift. Like somebody comes at you with anger, or somebody comes at you with strange, weird parasocial energy, or towards someone else and then you decide, do I receive that gift or not, regardless if that's the gift they want to give you.
Okay, but this is not a gift. This is a life. They're giving me life. Money is life to me. It's food that I can go buy at a grocery store so I don't have to starve. So I can't say no to that gift. That would be very irresponsible. That would be even way more unsensible. And I think to entice people to send me this life form energy, I can do many things. And one of the small values I can do is just at the very least read their comment. So, yeah, but I do see your point now, actually. And I would definitely much more prefer to meet people and have people introduce themselves like Mac Guy did. So I know him now, and now it's more appropriate. So Anon User, your name is Anon User. You're anonymous. Dr. Rob seems to be dislike you.
Yeah, and it's bringing it to that stuff too, as I've already explained the principles, right? Somebody for me, on my live stream, I would never act like I know somebody that I don't know, right? So you have no idea who this person is at all. And yet you're pretending like, well, this is a non-user. This is what they're saying. For me, I don't do that because I have a responsibility to the social space that I'm in of who I platform and who I don't platform. So don't act like you know that person or their intentions, And if they're saying like weird, strange, aggressive things, tell them not to be weird and strange and aggressive and acting weirdly parasocial.
Okay.
So that's your chance to share Dhamma with them rather than say, okay, I'm a vessel for this anonymous person that I don't even know. because, well, they're here. But then if you were to ask them, okay, can you please introduce yourself? And then they just ignore you. So they're using you basically. You're being exploited. So if you're willing to be exploited for money, that's okay. But their attention seems to be they want to like be in parasocial relationship with me, and they want to push out their parasocial values about me and their voice and relationship to me through you. That's what it
Yeah,
would seem to be for me. And if that was someone that you knew, then that, I could say, okay, well, that's that person. But if it's just an anonymous person, it seems a little bit strange.
I see now. I see what you mean. So, well, make a comment to anon user. Yeah, your comments to Dr. Rob seem like you're out to get him, to expose him or to jab at him, and you don't seem to be responsive to him at all. You seem kind of defensive and blocked off, and you're just trying to prove him
One
wrong.
more we have to hit.
So
I want to go there.
I encourage you to see why that is, why you feel this way. You may feel this way, what you have against Dr. Rob, and yeah. So anon user goes on to say, I'll talk about more about the super chats in a second, but so he says with the super chat, so you want more direct energy from real contact. Isn't that what you are trying to avoid because of bad energy coming? If message is bad, real thing is probably even worse.
No, grab me. Okay. Go up. Wait! Wait! Ah. Okay, here.
So having known everything you know about anon user,
Hear
would you
that?
be opposed?
Did you hear that one? Very loud thunder.
Would you be opposed to getting on a call with anon user because he's apparently has bad energy or whatever?
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
it's not here now.
Wait.
We not go there now.
Which one? Wait. Over here.
So would you be open to having a call with anon user, or he has too bad of an energy now that you've observed him?
Huh?
Would you be opposed to getting on a call with anon user now that you've seen his style of communicating or his ideas about you? Is that off the limits now?
No, it's just not important. Right. And so it's giving importance to people's parasocial relationships based on weird psychological, ideas that they have. That's all. Like they're giving money and they have weird parasocial ideas about people that they don't know. So there's no value for that in seeking after that or making that more real or making that seem more important.
Yeah, I see that.
Grab me.
But okay, that being said, or considering that, still it's just a donation or it's just a super chat. It's just comments. It's just text message. So whatever their intention is, it's simply
Well, it's just text messages, right? It's like if somebody was stalking a woman and sending them text messages and that woman was feeling all kinds of fear and worry, right? And you said, well, it's just text messages. Or when the schools were desegregated in America in in the 50s or 40s or whatever, and people were outside yelling at elementary school children the N-word. And then people say, well, it's just words.
okay. Well, he sent a super chat and he's trying to expose you, and I think this is a relevant question. How can you perceive people in super chat? You just said that wasn't possible.
Yeah, like I said, if you're going to continue being like a psychic vessel for this random person, Shiva, then that's your thing. I don't know who this person is. I'm not watching their YouTube video. I'm not interested in building a relationship with them. It's just some weird parasocial, thing. I don't know what, just because they're giving you money, it's like you're on yes, we're going to keep pursuing this. I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. Makes me feel weird and strange that you're like willing to be a vessel for anybody who gives you money to be in contact with me and make it like more real. Just ignore them. But then you say you can't ignore them because they're giving you money. So
Yeah, that's true. But also,
well, then I'll just hang up.
no. I want to ask Anon user.
It's all right. I'll just hang up.
No, don't hang. Okay. So I wanted to ask Anon user why he feels his way towards Dr. Rob and what is such a big deal, why he wants so badly to to expose him or to get at him. And yeah, very, very weird. Let's call him back. Parasocial because you are not reaching out to me. I think he feels hurt by this, and I guess we have different values, different priorities. Yeah, but yeah, Anon user, you are trying to get at him, and I guess he doesn't like that. He doesn't appreciate that. It would be nice if you reached out and you introduced yourself and explained who you are. There's more of a human connection instead of just from the darkness throwing snowballs at him. Yeah.
Okay, say that again. No, just tell me what to do. I don't need it explained to me. I'm not a doctor. Just tell me what to do now.
The sliders in the chroma key. In OBS, go to the chroma key filter properties, find the similarity slider, and slowly lower it until you're not apparent. You can still see through your.
I can't explain it to you. I don't know either. But yeah, if you have genuine spiritual questions, let me know via super chat. I'll be happy to read them out loud and go deep in depth into them. And Anon user, whatever troubles you have with Dr. Rob, that is for you to resolve. Yeah. I still don't understand this or don't understand what happened, but yeah, let me know, Sir Stud Muffin. What is your question? The only real question is, are you willing to give up your friend's relationship with for money? Are you enlightened or not? I'm not willing to give up my relationship for my friend with money, but I'm also not here to say no to donations or super chats. And okay, I guess I can ignore them, but I don't think that's responsible. I don't think it's a good thing that he's doing either. But I get his point. I do. And yeah, I would say myself, Rob, invite you in, whatever you consider a question. Yeah, you are trying to expose a man on user. You're trying to show his logical inconsistencies. And why are you doing that? I will. Go outside and think deeply. I don't think there's anything wrong with pursuing value, and things come at a cost. He has different priorities than me. I don't think it's fair or appropriate for even him to ban people or to mute people. That's a personal style, but if someone is sharing their donations and asking questions, how can I not answer those questions? Or at least read them out for either me to answer, for the people to hear that are watching the playback or are just watching this without the chat, and for him as well, because each question is directed to him. So either he can't defend himself, or he doesn't have a good argument, or he doesn't want to defend himself, or if he feels whatever he feels. But yeah, whatever. I think that Anon user, you have to go and call him on WhatsApp privately, not on call, and introduce yourself. You're here. You're an avid follower of this YouTube channel. You tune into the live streams. You comment. You engage. You're a worthwhile member. So introduce yourself. Let's see who you are. Instead of having the safety of anonymity, expose yourself a little bit. Not to the live stream or whatever, privately. You can get on a call with us both, all three of us, on Discord. So you don't have to show your face, but at least talk. You can create a Discord account, whatever username you want it to be. It's anonymous enough, but just talk to us. Let's see who you are. Let's see what your intention is. Let's see what your desire is. And that's how we progress forward. That's how we build this relationship. Because clearly, you see something in us. You find this interesting. You find this worthwhile, valuable, even, if I might say. So I think it's worthwhile to do. And definitely, I feel much better with people that I know directly from live stream, like someone that I met recently, I consider my friend now, that has reached out to me. I've spoken with him. He wanted some clarification on some things, and I know who he is now. So when he's chatting to me on chat, it's like, wow, okay, that's my friend. So I wish for it to be something similar with you. And I don't really see why you would have a reason to say no to that, if the first things that I said are true. That you're here, you're an avid listener, watcher, you enjoy, you find this beneficial or valuable, I think you should do it. How do I connect? You can connect to me via WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, the Discord. The description in this video is my social media links: Facebook, Instagram, Discord. And I can talk to you, I can help you, I can spiritually guide you, whatever you want. And there's no cost, or it's on a donation basis. So if you have genuine spiritual questions you want to ask, and if you want to dive into it, help me dive into it, and have the 73 or 63 people now that are watching this to also learn and benefit, and for us to talk about and discuss, feel free to send it in the super chat form. Then I'll guarantee to read it and talk about it. If not, send it here, and if I find your question worthwhile, I'll read it out. That's something you'll have to ask him.
Okay, take care, everyone. Be happy, be peaceful. See you again next time. Thank you for coming and joining. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's ending his live stream. YouTube. Say I have two souls. No, this is very reasonable. Ken Christian, thank you very much for your donation. May you be blessed in return. I think it's very fair to do this. I think it's very appropriate and very wise. I can't share this knowledge with you for free. It doesn't work. Even making videos. Why am I making videos? Okay, to help people? Absolutely, and I will still make videos. There are times when a video comes to mind that I know I have to make, that I know will benefit so many people's lives. And I'm here for that. But I'm not here to self-sacrifice myself. That, I think, is a big misconception in a lot of people's lives, stemming from the Christian religion, first and foremost. Jesus self-sacrificed himself, and that was his decision, desire. So Anon User says, I've been isolated a long time and feel a lot of conflict with Rob's ideas about community, etc. Well, reach out. Join our community via a member. So self-sacrifice is not healthy. Of course, I have value to give. I have spiritual insights to share, but you have to give something in return as well. So I'm very happy to benefit you in this way. And this is, of course, for free, meaning my live streams are always free and they always will be, and there's no barrier to entry, and you can benefit from just watching and listening. And I'm sure people that will ask questions, it will be relevant to your life. And this doesn't mean that I will never answer questions that are not super chats, no. But I think that if you want to know the answer to something, if you want me to go deeper on a subject, and if you really want to perceive something higher, something more, there's my energy I have to give. And my friends, I don't know if you didn't know this, but I only have a certain amount of energy. It takes me, just today, I've been fasting for 24 hours, no food at all. And I was just nearly dying walking to the grocery store. I need food to stay alive, just to do basic things. So I ate some fruits, I ate some bananas today. All right, I'm back at it. I can walk, I can do things. Food costs money. This is energy. This is actually practicality. Energy, not just in terms of I can talk and I can sit on the live streams. I can do this for a long time. I don't mean this particular type of energy. This energy I can exhaust daily because it takes a couple of bananas and I can talk for a long time. And people ask me questions. I think they're worthwhile. I answer them. I'm here to help you. I'm here to benefit you, genuinely. I promise you that. That's my heart's intention. But actually going deeper requires a different kind of energy. Prana. It requires prana. And that to be sacrificed, I only have a certain amount of that. You know, when people consecrate things, people consecrate temples and statues and so on, it requires their life form. It requires them shedding something of themselves. And sometimes they shed everything and they go. That's the last thing they do. You have a limited amount of prana. So I'm only saying this because if you're genuinely seeking, I'm here to help and I can actually help you. And if you're willing to exchange a few dollars, that's all it is going to take. Does that mean that if you don't exchange a few dollars, you're not going to get the answer to your question, or it's end all be all for you? Absolutely not. There are many more wiser teachers than me. Sadhguru, for example. You can go watch thousands of his videos, and I'm sure you'll get the answer there. This is just a different form. And, well, he's not live streaming. That's one value or add I can give you. So, but I'm not comparing myself to. Okay, Sri Studmuffin III, clearly from the start, if you look at any of my comments, my beef has been with your super chat ideology. I have donated to prove a point. If you don't understand, then you are not enlightened. Well, I'm not enlightened, that's for sure. Anon User asks, what is the ideal viewer of the stream? The ideal viewer of the stream is someone that turns on this live stream, puts the camera down somewhere, or the phone or computer, and listens with an open mind. Not believing anything, not judging, but just open to receiving whatever this is. If they, not blindly, of course, still critical, but, not overly critical, but not also totally open. Just be aware and hang out with me and chill with me. As for you, Anon User, like you said, you've been isolated for a long time. This is not the time to continue being isolated. I think this is what you need to do. You need to open yourself up to embarrassment, to whatever else that comes up. And come chat with us. Come get on a call with us. Let's see who you are. You've expressed interest. You've expressed some ideas of building something for the future. I think this is worthwhile. That's the advice that I would give you. But do I know for sure? Do I know for a fact? No. And what I think I know is that this will lead to your benefit. That I pretty much can say for sure. But are you willing to do that? Do you want to do that? Probably you don't want to do that. There's many things that I don't want to do. I don't want to go and travel, but I'm feeling called to go there. Somebody's calling me, not physically, but spiritually. And when Dr. Rob called me to go to his monastery, I didn't really want to go, but I felt the deep pull. So whenever the things like this happen, I know that something worthwhile, something beneficial is going to come my way, or from that. So I encourage you to reach out, and at least initially reach out to me. Let's get on a call. Let's talk. Let's see who you are. You kind of know who I am, but and it doesn't have to be on video. I will talk to you both on a phone call. Oh, great, nice. Said Muffin, we'd love to have you. We'll definitely take up the call. And still, this donation thing is, I don't agree with what he's saying. I don't like what he's doing, and I'm still going to read super chats. What is the big deal of me reading? Somebody's giving me value to feed myself and to survive literally on planet Earth. That's what money is. Some people have a lot of money. Some people have very little money. I'm whatever, just getting started with money making or the money business or earning money. This is what it is, earning money. If somebody feels the need to, or feels the want to and desire to donate to me, a precious resource. Oh, I don't know. You know what? It's just too negative. I'm going to ignore it. That's not wise. That's not appropriate. And also, I think that I'm skillful. Well, what else? I think that human beings in general want to grow, want to learn, want to evolve. And they have positive intentions deep down. Maybe somebody's clouded with ignorance or confusion. That's my job to remove that. So if somebody's paying me in advance to sending a super chat, that is implicit in they want the chat to be understood or heard or seen, at least by others, let alone myself. So that is that's the name of the game. So I'll continue reading your super chats no matter what it is. I'll read out your super chat, even if it's the most egregious thing. YouTube won't allow that. Comments are filtered, but if you have an opinion that I disagree with, or you're criticizing me, even if you're criticizing me, I'll still happily read your comment. In fact, this is interesting because I'm just realizing this, that Anon user, you're the first super chatter, realistically, that has been super chatting to kind of break down Rob. So people don't donate to me to criticize me. And if they did on Rob's channel, sending super chats to him to question me, I would think that's good. Rob is earning value. Money is value, as we all know. Well, it's not good that they're criticizing me and whatever their intentions are, but it's good enough to a certain point, and I'm willing to accept that. At least I'm willing to hear that out, because it's a give and take. But he's different, and he's totally different. He says that he doesn't care about money, and he's ignoring people. Some people send him super chats, and he says that it's not big enough, or he ignores it altogether. He bans people. I don't think that that's appropriate or sensible. And he's saying it's dangerous too. How is this dangerous? How is it dangerous? So it's not dangerous. So, yeah. No, I'm not. It's not dangerous. It's only dangerous when people criticize him. Like Anon user pointing out his logical inconsistencies. But I think he may have a point, somewhat of a point. Okay, my friends, this is it. This is the end of our live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I highly appreciate you being here. You admit part of this is fake and done for views. It's not done for views. It's not fake. And I'm off to contact and talk to people that are following my channel. Somebody reached out to me and they want to have a private call with me. I'm willing to talk to anybody for free, no charge. If you want to send me a donation afterwards, you can, but you don't have to. But I would like that very much. I would encourage that even. That's my service to you. That's the service that I can provide. So people that are saying that, oh, I'm receiving super chats and I'm only going to answer questions via super chats, yes, this is my standard here on live streams. I can't read everybody's question. That's not sensible. So it's a shame that he left. I would have loved to continue talking with him, but he's no longer here. He's prioritizing his mental health, it seems. Let's see if he's still live streaming. No, his live streams are off. Okay, he's wanting to join. What's going on?
Yeah. I eat now. I'm very hungry.
Yeah. Very good. Oh,
But here,
see what?
I just talked Shiva 1 minute.
Why? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Are you going to get real in the spiritual path or not? Or are you going to continue putting up boundaries and walls and... Let's see that. Let's see. So I appreciate you for being here, and I have no intention of doing things that you don't like necessarily. That's a loaded term, but so I appreciate, value you as my friend, and if you don't like something, then I'll take that into consideration. So that goes for...
I'm like everybody else. I'm just trying to figure out this life one day at a time.
So you only eat one meal a day? One big meal at night?
What?
You only eat one meal a day, one big meal?
Depends on the day.
Can you hear me better now?
What?
Can you hear me better now?
Huh?
You need to change the speakers so that it's not so quiet for you. The output.
Spicy.
Anyways, if you have questions, send your super chats. We'll read them out publicly. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
I mean, what's the deal about the whole lolcow thing? Can a millionaire be a lolcow? Is it just about money? Is it about like wanting money?
I still don't know what a lolcow is.
What?
I still don't know what a lolcow is, even though I've Googled it and
Here, I'll show you. What is a lolcow? A lolcow is an internet slang term for a person, typically a content creator or public figure, who has relentlessly mocked, trolled, or humiliated online for their eccentric, foolish, or cringeworthy behavior. Well, then I am a lolcow. I'm 100%. I don't know why I've been arguing with these people. The definition here is super clear. I'm definitely a lolcow. Okay, behaviors and characteristics. Lolcows are often individuals who react strongly, emotionally, or predictably to provocation. They may be oblivious to the fact that they are made fun of, or they may embrace the attention even if it is negative. Milking the cow. This refers to the process of trolls or observers providing provoking the individual, recording their reactions, and sharing them to create memes, compilation videos, or to generate amusement. I haven't seen many good compilations of me, but I would sure love to.
You haven't seen compilations of you. Check out my YouTube channel.
What?
Check out my YouTube channel, my YouTube shorts.
I don't think that counts because you're considered a lolcow too. Just a more tame, or like a lol calf. I think you're considered a lol calf, Shiva.
Shut up. I'm the calf. If I'm anything, you're the bull and I'm the cow. You're way more severe. You don't even have udders. They're
What?
milking you from somewhere else.
I guess that's what I heard, but I'd like for it to be public so everybody could appreciate it.
Okay, you need to change the output
Look, I
volume.
can hear you just fine, man. I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, we have to. God forbid, see your earlobe.
There's nothing wrong with an ear. I'm giving you my ear, Shiva. Isn't that enough? I need to give you my face too.
Yes. So
Yeah, I guess people who don't know Shiva would consider Shiva to be the farmhouse, but if you actually knew Shiva, that you wouldn't think that.
So you're a lolcow. Why don't you? You're a lolcow. Why don't you just embrace it?
Well, I'm gonna let you embrace your delusions of getting 15 people to spend 2,000 up. Buddy, you couldn't get 15 people to spend $100, no offense. I'm just gonna let you ride your delusions and figure things out, slowly on your own.
Yeah. I think we can use more love worldwide. Ken Christian says, I think we can use more love worldwide via super chat. Is that okay for me to read, Dr. Rob? Or is that too parasocial for you?
Some people know what I'm talking about, some don't.
Ken
Right? Isn't
Christian.
that fair?
I mean, I guess.
I'm not saying an ego thing. I'm just saying some people will understand what I'm saying, some people won't. Isn't that true with everything? If you have an opinion or you have a sense or take a side on something, you think something's right or wrong. Some people get what you're saying, some people agree, some people don't agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
So I want you, me, and Anon. I want you, me, and Anon user to get on a phone call together.
All right, good luck with that.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why Rob is dressed like Wendy from Peter Pan? He would have not liked that super chat. He left at an opportune time. If I would have read that out loud, he probably would have left too. So that's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame. What is wrong with this guy? Why does he keep doing that? We're live streaming together. Why can't you just properly end it in a reasonable note, or at least give me some heads up? Why does he leave abruptly? It's like we're hanging out in my house, and he just gets up and leaves because he doesn't like what I say. What the hell, buddy? Get some sense in you. What is wrong with this guy? Absolutely ridiculous behavior. I don't condone that. I think he's not a lolcow, he's a lol bull, and people milk him in very severe ways that are dangerous because a bull doesn't have udders, so you can imagine what that means. And my guy, he's a narcissist, yes. This guy freaking irritates me so much. I just want him to do what I want him to do. I want him to be my employee. Why can't he just sit put and just have fun? Just allow conversations and comments to be read out loud. What is this deal? Why is this such a bad ego or strong ego? Oh, don't you know I'm a spiritual teacher? Oh, I don't want to accept this. I don't know. Buddy, like, get your stick out of your ass. He wants to be in control. This freaking guy, this pisses me off. So clearly I have some meditation to do and some inner exploration to do, because him pissing me off, it's not him pissing me off, it's something I'm agitated inside. But my God, it irritates me. What is wrong with him? Why does he just leave? Does he know that this is absolutely ridiculous? No, it's not wrong to care about money. So he's, I can't even say it. All you care about is money. It's obvious. If I cared about my money, then I wouldn't be doing live streams, would I? I would be getting a job in an oil rig where you make $100,000 per year. How about that one for you? I would go work with my mom. She has, let's just say, the industry she's in, it makes a lot of money. I wouldn't be doing this. So, but I want to do this because of my desire. And it's also not wrong to want money. Hello, I want money badly. I love money. What is wrong with it? Oh my God. Oh, can you believe he just said he wants money? My God, he's not spiritual. What is wrong with you people? Money buys freedom. Money buys happiness. Money buys food, shelter, security, medicine, clothing, opportunities, travel. It buys gifts for people. It makes lives better for everyone involved. It makes things more comfortable. You can help animals. You can do so much things with that life energy. It's life energy. It's sacred. It's like God. The closest thing to God is money. Because money has been taught it's been dirty. It's dirty. It's not spiritual. Greed is one thing. Greed is not the same thing as money. Okay? Being greedy for money, okay, sure, there's some problems there. But have desire for money, wanting to make money, wanting to earn money in reasonable, responsible ways. What is wrong with that? You want to control money. You want to control Rob. Control Rob. I don't want to control him, but I don't want him to leave the live stream abruptly because he's insecure or he's on bad feelings or I said something that he doesn't like. What the hell's that? That's not man-like. But do I want control? For sure. I want control over my environment, and I do. I get to control who comes into my door because I have a lock there. I control that. Do I want money? Absolutely. Why are you saying as if some thing I should be ashamed of? Please, I'm going to delete that comment right now. You want money and control? God forbid everybody knows that. Of course I do, buddy. Who doesn't want control and money? Control over their lifestyle, their living circumstances, their body, their mind, and money. The most valuable asset in life's creation. One of the most valuable assets. So we need to get over our stupid feelings and ideas about money and thinking that it's some sort of evil, wrong, dirty, disgusting thing. We all need it. We all work for it. What's the big deal? Ridiculous. And this freaking guy leaving bothered me so much. At least say goodbye. At least make a statement. At least say, okay, I'm not going to do this unless you change. At least something. Not just abruptly leave. What kind of person does that? I'm calling him right now. Let's see if he picks up. No, Rob is not my employee, but I'm thinking about employing him for my live streams, paying him like 2 cents to do the live stream for 2 hours and not end it. And not only him, I'm gonna get better friends to live stream with. I promise you. This is out of control. This guy's out of control. Don't receive money. Don't receive super chats because it's dangerous. Basically, what he said. Insane. The guy's insane. So it's crazy. Okay. I'm trying to call him. He's not picking up. He'll come back. I promise you. Yeah. But no, in all fairness, I like Dr. Rob. I'm glad he came into my life. And I hope to continue live streaming with him occasionally. Not too often because he obviously can't handle it. He's a lolcow, but he doesn't want to be pointed out as a lolcow. He wants to do it on his own terms, or if it becomes conscious, then he doesn't want to do it anymore. He quits. So irresponsible behavior in my view. And so being real and being honest. Somebody's criticizing him, somebody's pointing out his logical inconsistencies on live stream. No, you can't handle it. Ignore it. The guy is sending value. What? He's wanting his question read because he's sending in a super chat, obviously. So Sir Studmuffin III says, you are a sociopath narcissist. You need help. Let's look up the definition of a sociopathic narcissist. And let's see if I am one. Define sociopathic narcissist. A sociopathic narcissist is an individual exhibiting a dangerous combination of narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder, and antisocial personality disorder characterized by extreme grandiosity, entitlement, and profound lack of empathy. Do I have extreme grandiosity? I guess I have a mild grandiosity. I think I'm some sort of good spiritual guy, but I don't like that. I want to erode that. The grandiosity is not relevant to reality. I'm just an insect walking on the planet, and I wanted my mind to reflect that. Entitlement, am I entitled? I'm sure there's some deep-rooted entitlement in me because how I was raised, I was kind of very fortunate. So even now, I feel like I'm entitled to Dr. Rob staying with me and not leaving the live stream and doing what I want, which is obviously not realistic. And a profound lack of empathy. There's the one that I'm going to get you right back with, Mr. Sir Stud. Because let's see what kind of a stud you are. I bet you eat animals. Do you eat animals? How about you answer me that? Yes or no? Because if you eat animals, you're much more of this thing that you called me than me. Because I have enough empathy to understand I shouldn't cause living beings pain and suffering. There you go. So you proved your own point wrong. Money rules your life. No, actually, money doesn't rule my life. It rules my material life for sure, as it does yours. And I don't know why you keep saying it in a derogatory way. Okay, you're vegan. Well, congratulations. That's impressive. That's honestly that's shocking. That's surprising because it's very rare. But kudos to you. Anon user says, how many other super chats have you gotten spending similar messages relatively? Not many, like you, Anon user. Not many at all. So Dr. Rob needs help, and yeah, if you show logical inconsistencies, to his insanity or to his beliefs, he's not going to like that. He's going to call it dangerous. That's a very Trump-like thing to say. You're pointing out logical inconsistencies in me. It's dangerous. Don't listen to him. Ignore him. That's narcissistic personality disorder, whatever you said, lack of empathy. That's who he is. And this guy is doing that. You see? My God, I had a friend just like this. Whenever he knew he was wrong, he would deflect it in a way that would point out my mistakes. This is what he's doing now. He knows the live stream is not going well with him. He left. He's insecure about everything. I'm sure he listened to everything I said. And now he's going to go and try to point light at me and try to make the light situation. Instead of just admitting and submitting and being honest and humble, okay, I'm not always right, and maybe it's true. And maybe if somebody sends a super chat, it's not some bad thing to read it out loud and to answer it honestly. What's the big deal about that? So no, you can't do that. He has to make fun of me. How big is this evil? How big is this evil that us super chatters are bringing to the whole table? According to Dr. Rob, it's a very evil thing to send super chats. It's extremely evil. And not only should you be banned, but you should be ignored at the very least. Especially if you're sending parasocial, he would call it, or logical inconsistencies, or he's questioning you. Hey, I thought a spiritual teacher should answer your questions. I didn't know a spiritual teacher should hear your questions and say, I dismiss it, this is beyond me, this is below me. I've never seen Sadhguru do that. I've seen Sadhguru answer ridiculous questions. I don't think he says no to questions. How embarrassing would that be? If somebody sent me a super chat ever in my life in the future, I want you to clip this, okay? I want somebody to clip this and hold me accountable and hide this in the vault somewhere. That they ask me a question via super chat and I ignore it, or I forget, I quickly scroll up, or this is what Dr. Rob would do. Look, I'll do the body language of him. Somebody sends a super chat. Oh, what was he doing? Oh, he's meditating with his eyes open, apparently, okay? If I were to do that, that means that I'm either avoiding it because it's somehow true inside of me, or something that I done that's not true, or something I just don't like. It makes me uncomfortable somehow. So that's those are the only ways that I would really see. But like even trolls, the guys that was trolling earlier today, some guy was asking me if we're gay and stuff. Big deal. I answer it. I say it. He's giving me money that pays for my food. What's the big deal? I'll read it. It's funny. He thinks it's funny. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, he says. You don't have to say that I'm unenlightened. I already know I'm unenlightened, and I'm not in the same way enlightened as Sadhguru, which is definitely an enlightened man, but that's my striving. I'm striving to be enlightened like that. But you can't explain, Sir Stud Muffin, you can't explain to me exactly the reasons. You just make conclusions. You just make statements. This is also a sign that either your argument is weak, or you don't understand it, or you're having a bad feeling about this. I don't feel good about this. It's making me feel bad. I'm going to call him a narcissistic, supernatural, whatever man, and I'm going to call him unenlightened. Explain to me my behavior. Explain to me what is so irrational about it, and what is so bad about it. That I like money? Of course I like money. Should I not admit that? I like money the same way that I like copper and water. Anyways, whatever. And a user says that these streams are super casual. Isn't it supposed to be to stimulate socializing in some sense? Yes, but not when it comes to logically showing Dr. Rob's inconsistencies. Then you're not allowed to do that. Then it's very, very bad and evil. So don't ever do that. So Dr. Rob, now is your chance to speak. I'm going to stay silent. I want viewer engagements, yeah, but he doesn't want the same thing, I guess. Okay, Sir Stud Muffin says I'm joining the Discord now. Let's hear him out in the Discord. Let's see what he's got to say. And maybe he'll prove me wrong. So I will open up my server to allow more people to talk. Let's see, edit, user limit 99 max. And if you have questions, or if you have super chats to send me, please send them my way. I'll read the question out loud, no matter what it is, and I'll answer it genuinely and properly with description. And the 108 people that are here will hear it out as well. All right, let's see. Did he join? So if you're on the Discord, join the live recording in progress voice call. I'll be in here. Where do I find the link? It's in my description of my videos, in this video as well. Okay, we're going to wait for some interesting discussion to happen. And Dr. Rob, of course, cannot be found because he's too good for this. And much love to you too, Shanav. Good to see you here. Yeah, all right. Go see that pony. We're looking for genuine spiritual questions, questions that will take us deeper. So if you have such a question, send a super chat. I'll read it out loud to the audience. What are you doing? I don't know what that guy's doing. No, I've never sent him a donation with a stream, no. Alright, honey, is this you? You gotta unmute your mic. We got someone in the Discord. Let's see if this is the person that was sending the super chats. Okay, he left, so it must not be him. Yeah, he probably is eating some noodles. I wouldn't be surprised. Marcus, thank you for the lucky clover. Appreciate the gift. What he is doing is very dangerous, in my opinion. And while we wait, what better idea that I have is, give me one moment, I'm experiencing technical. Okay. Hello?
Hola. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, we're
¿Me
just...
escuchas? Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I don't know how it works, Discord.
We're live streaming now. We're waiting for someone to join us to have a debate with us. So you're welcome to stick around.
Okay, but I don't know what it's how it's working. And you know, I don't speak very well English.
No problem.
Yes. I don't know.
See you later. See you next time.
Wait.
初日くらいつい
Yeah, definitely.
Voz conectada toca para volver a la llamada. Si toco.
Oh, Nathan Brandon. The universe requires maintenance. You think I bought this house? Think it's my property, my possession? I'm renting here. In Vietnam.
Abrir voz. Live recording. Estás grabando.
I really need a drink of coconut.
Entonces se me ve o qué? Then you.
Maria, I'm happy to talk to you after this. This is not. We're just doing a public call. Yes, I'll call you on WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook.
Preferable? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye. Okay, I need to open a coconut. Very, very bad. All right, we got somebody joining. Let's see if this is the person that was talking to us.
No, it's not. How you doing, Shiva?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. I just wanted to say one thing. Have you seen how in Sadhguru is?
How? What about Sadhguru?
He is.
Oh, no, actually, no. Where did you see that?
I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Why does he unmute his mic now? What is disgraceful?
Now, I don't know if he's fasting or what he's doing, but yeah. He definitely looks bigger in other videos, but for some reason he looks thin.
Okay, I'll check it out in a moment. Maybe he's... I don't know.
Yeah, that's it from me. See ya.
Take care. Okay, this is going to be an easy one to open. Some of these coconuts are... Yeah, this is the most alive you've seen me. Well, Dr. Rob is back, maybe. Jesus! That just exploded. It almost died. Wow, that's perfect, man. I love when I get coconuts that are easy to open. You just have a natural hole in it. Cheers. All for your good health.
Hero. 引き上げるから動かないで。I'm hero.
Coconuts are indeed better than dead animals. That's 100% right. Kirtani asks, what is the process of getting verified on YouTube? How did you get that done? I'm very curious. I hope one day I can get that done sometime soon. Get millions of views. Simple enough. We're still waiting for this gentleman to get on the Discord. Dr. Shiva in the phone house. Thank you very much, Board My Brains. And according to Dr. Rob, I shouldn't even read that super chat, so I'm doing something sacrilege. Will do, Kitan, yes, will do. So I don't know why. Whatever. I don't care. So if you have genuine spiritual questions you want to ask me, and for me to read out loud to the audience, and for me to answer in depth, send it in the form of a super chat. Then I'll guarantee to be reading it. It's going to be hard. Yeah. We're still waiting for Dr. Rock to turn on his camera and stop being a troll. But there's usually a cooling off period when he gets insulted, when somebody points out his mistakes or flaws, like Anon User did, that he has to troll for a bit before he cools down. So this is just a cooling off period. You have to excuse him. This is the image that you see. It's very normal. It's very natural. It happens all the time. Okay, well, I'm done. I don't know what kind of hentai you're watching, but this is not it for me. It doesn't work for me. We're waiting for the person that says that reading super chats is illegal to message me on Discord or to join the Discord. I'm not sure where he is. I'm waiting for him, and we're going to have a call. We're going to talk to him. Yes, I would. Yes, absolutely. Maybe not a live stream initially. Yes. We'll do a video about that, absolutely. Okay, we get it. Hey, yeah.
Anike kuketi katiko bereski betindele kabada bakumele beshada bande akaba baba beka bakumele katigedege nikabarada nekabaswata ikubebebebe katigedege tiade musi de berakambe shaka baka 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 bebeke tikabaraka bebebebe akike tukabarade kubesiata ikukakambe didadande kaliko beratia kabaraka bede bekubelata eshaka baba beka bambe ababa raka bakande kakatiata rekabada bakabada bashaka bede beka bakabatiate akaka dele gobe umamambe aliko barate mashaka bakabarati dele mesaba barate akebe rakata manama sambele berakwata kabariata ekaka kande ikwata berasa baba ikekenika madia kambe swate atiketia kambarata eshaka baba barate kedeketika kata barata ebesu baba barata dine ona baba ya tele moshaka baba barata ebele kedeketika baraka batwate ashikebeka besa baraka babiata ebesuka baba berekedeketika bakapate eshaka baba raka badadia kabele moshata ekedekedeketika baraka
If you're wondering what's going on here,
Ashaka bebe kaba baratela ateke kebe koba beseke bebe ka ebe kwata sekiaka ekeke tete akiaka baba barakumbe mashaka barete seketia kabareti kebe swapa ashaka bebe baraka baba bakati kebe twa eshaka baba berekata kandeke akobebe Barate, Sekatika Batabakatika Bedebe, Ibaba Telepupa, Beswata Kariate, Osekete Wate, Mandikatika Baraka Batikate,
flag, send in the form of a super chat, and I'll be happy to delve into it. Sure. Okay, that's enough. Turn on your camera. Otherwise, no, flag. You're just trying to steal.
Welcome everybody to a series of talks between me and Tobias in which we discuss various topics and subject matters which commonly fall under the name non-duality. And what we're exploring in this video is the death of the body and the end of an apparent personal story.
Honey, are you here? Okay, shut up.
And
Shut up.
perhaps
Turn
I
that
could
crap off.
open this up by
We have a Discord
suggesting
caller in.
that
Turn it off. Turn it off.
the personal story
I'm gonna kick you off
does
this live
not
stream.
live.
Good. 1 second. Let me get this guy off. Okay, so honey, you're the guy on my YouTube live stream, right?
Yes.
Okay, welcome. Good to hear from you. So
It's
tell
nice
us.
to hear your voice.
Yes, likewise. So tell us what. Tell us. What do you think? What's your?
So first of all, I'm not here to debate you or to talk down to you or anything. I just want to introduce myself and say hello.
Okay, nice, respectable. Hello, good to meet you. Where are you from?
It's very nice to meet you.
Where are you from? Which country do you live in?
I live in the USA.
USA, okay. And do you think that me reading out every super chat is wrong, incorrect, unskillful, unwise?
Oh, that's not the first topic I want to get into. First of all, I'd like to, to know each other and.
Okay. So what do you want to know?
Don't want to start off the discussion as the I'm actually a very peaceful person.
Rob, can you mute your music? I'm gonna kick you off. Mute your music. Okay.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so what do you want to talk about? What do you want to discuss?
So this is my first time ever joining one of even seeing you. Actually, I've never seen you before, so
Can you mute your crap, please? Can you mute your garbage? Yeah, so I am in Vietnam right now. I started my journey when I was 19, many years ago, and still on it.
We're all in our journey, throughout this crazy life, right?
Yes. Absolutely. How about you? Where are you?
Every day is a learning experience.
Where are you on your journey, and are you on the spiritual path?
I am on a spiritual path, and every day, is a learning lesson. Every day, even the little things in life.
Just
Shut the hell up.
Questions for you. You started at the age of 19.
fucking when it came to the business.
Turn this off.
What changed in your life to put you on that path?
I really feel.
I was very unhappy,
That's how
and
we feel.
my mind was causing me a lot of problems. So I had to figure out a way to get out. Okay, can you please turn this off? Turn this off. Turn this off or I'm kicking you off.
Why are you nervous though? I don't hear the background noise, by the way.
Sorry, could you repeat your question? Why am I what?
I hear your voice loud and
Yeah. So for the
Both of
people,
you guys are very handsome, by the way.
Look, you can't listen to this guy. Everybody on the live stream, you cannot listen to this guy. This guy's a scam artist. This guy's a failed pickup artist.
Wait, who, me?
no, he's talking about me. That guy's just crazy. Just leave him be.
I mean, in my younger years, yes, you could have called me those things. And I might have agreed with you.
So what's your essence, man? What are you all about?
I'm here just to talk, to hang out and see what, learn together and
Nice.
pick your brain a little bit. So you can pick my brain. We can all, have a peaceful conversation.
Okay. I gotta server mute this guy. So.
Oh no! What? No, I like Rob.
Yeah, but he's being.
I love that. I love the human aspect of Rob.
He's being disruptive, and
it's okay. Life is disruptive. We cannot control life.
But it's dangerous, and you shouldn't do that.
Everything's dangerous in life. We have to pick our battles. Invite him back.
Yeah.
He's fun. I think he's fun.
Yeah, nobody's denying that, but sometimes it can be too fun. And that...
There's no such thing.
Okay.
There's no such thing as too fun.
Yeah, what else is going on?
How did you meet Rob? I guess that was going to be one of my questions, is how did you guys meet each other?
He found me on my YouTube channel. He joined my Discord calls when I was doing calls like this with many other people. And that's how we met initially. Then we spent time with each other online on Discord. And then one day I was in Bali and he was traveling from Australia and he decided to meet me in Bali. That was the first time I met him physically. That was 3 months ago. And then he went back to Vietnam and I had nowhere else to go. My visa was expiring, so I said, oh, why not I just go to Vietnam and go spend time with this guy. So here I am now in Vietnam.
Do you like it there?
I like it. I think it's very nice. People here are very sane. There's lack of mentally ill people. Nice climate, nice food. And
everyone is very humble there, right?
Climate. Yeah.
Shiva, this guy's manipulating you. This guy's more enlightened than you, and he's treating you like a little bitch, man. Get this guy off the live stream right now.
You think that's true?
Was he talking to me or you? I can't tell.
I think he's talking about you. You're manipulating me, right?
Okay. I'm manipulating you?
Yeah.
I don't see myself as a very manipulative person. But
oh, well, if Dr. Rob says something, then it must be true.
It must be.
So, yeah.
He's talking down to you, Shiva. This guy's talking down to you. His eyes are more open to you. Look at his biceps. Look at his arms. He's emasculating you in front of your entire audience, Shiva.
Look at his biceps. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Dr. Rob is a narcissistic manipulator. We gotta steer far away from him.
I mean, to be fair, I do have good biceps, but that is neither here nor there.
Yeah. And why does he need to join my live stream? Why is he joining here and back and forth? Why can't he be just more humble and more real and authentic?
That's why I like it. That's the human aspect of it.
Yeah. So where did you find us? How did you find us?
I was honestly just scrolling. And maybe it was divine intervention. Maybe.
Did you see a live stream with both of us today, or?
Yeah, I saw when you guys started arguing, and that kind of, that gave me bad energy. I didn't really like that. Even if if you guys are playing around, yeah, that's one thing. But I don't like, especially friends. I don't like to see that between friends.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I don't think it's good energy. Sometimes it happens.
It does, but you can always forgive.
Yeah.
But what is the most memorable thing about Sadhguru that you could think of right now? What spoke to you?
When I was initiated into his meditation technique, 2019, I saw him physically, and had some powerful experiences with him.
You met him in person?
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually amazing.
Thanks.
I've only ever seen him on video, and he always just seemed, very happy. He'd always tell jokes, laugh. But there are times where he would get angry.
Yeah.
And he showed a lot of his, human emotion.
That's true. He's a human being.
I think that's why a lot of people liked him, is because he was wise, and he showed. He showed that
Join the
human
call.
side of him.
I sent you the link. Yeah, he said that he's capable of everything, including anger. But anger is not such a nice thing to display.
I really like the jokes that he would tell sometimes. He was a funny guy. If you listen to him talk, he was actually a funny guy. He would be the kind that you would want to hang out with.
All right, Dr. Rob back live stream. Okay, I'm gonna instantly kick him out because this is not appropriate.
No! What the hell?
This is your final warning. Okay, buddy. Okay, I've had enough of you. Anyways, I think, yeah, we'll continue talking for a few minutes, but after this, I'm gonna end the live stream. I think it's done. And
you can always talk off of the stream too, as well. If Dr. Rob wants to come in here and chat with us off stream, that's totally fine too.
Absolutely, but he's not.
If you make a donation, we can arrange a private call, but otherwise, probably not going to happen.
He said if you make a donation, we can arrange a private call, but otherwise, not going to happen.
Is he trolling you now?
I mean, sometimes I don't know with this guy, so you have to judge for yourself. All right, Dr. Rob, turn on your camera. We'll continue talking. Otherwise, this is the last time you're going to see from me ever again for today.
For today. So you guys do have a good relationship where you can fight and then forgive each other. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. We're good.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to put on the craziest makeup you've ever seen, and we are going to go absolutely wild, baby. You just wake up and you see the bacon when it's cooking, because we are about to have the most incredible live stream, late night live stream, the most wild live stream, the best live stream that anybody's ever seen in this community. You just wait, baby.
No, I don't allow that. I don't give permission for you to do that. It's illegal. It's way overboard. Anyways, for that to happen, I need to go rest. So things need to be changed a little bit.
Rest from what, Shiva? What did you do today? What do you need to rest from? And why are you laughing and smiling?
It's 10,000 steps today. Don't judge me.
Why are you laughing and smiling over there? What do you need to rest from, Shiva? Tell us what you did
I
today.
got in his 10,000 steps today.
Come on, Shiva. What do you need to rest from? What do you need to take a rest from? Tell us what you did today. Tell us about your financial work today.
So in Vietnam, you do have to walk a lot, right? To get your groceries.
He barely goes outside of his house.
Yeah, but if you want to go get food, like,
He's staying in a random hotel in Vietnam and not doing anything, just staying in his house and looking at his computer and watching movies. Which is fine. It's just that's what he's doing.
there's nothing wrong with that. That is literally the human journey, right? At this point in 2026.
Yes, I need a break from the bullying. That's true. This takes a big toll on me. Doc drops energy and vibe. I need to just chill out for a bit.
I love Dr. Rob's energy. I love it because it's like the yin and yang. It is quite literally.
Yeah.
I got a sneaking suspicion that this whole persona that Shiva does is basically fake.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, even if it is. But like every human being's enlightenment journey is different. So, if
Agreed.
that is a persona, right? Even if that is a persona.
Shiva, can you tell everybody about the upcoming $3,000 Mount Kailash trip?
Wait, what? I didn't hear that one. I didn't hear that one.
So
Shiva's organizing a trip, $3,000 a pop, to go to this mountain in India with him, and he says, as long as he gets 15 people that sign up, there shouldn't be a problem. Then he's gonna be the leader, and it's apparently like gonna be a business for him.
You know what? That actually does sound like a spiritual event, though.
yeah,
Even if it is lucrative, or it does bring in some money financially. To take 15 people with you onto a mountaintop could change it could change life. Don't even.
Yep. We're hearing background noise, so I'm gonna talk to Dr. Rob here, and we'll do a live stream or Discord call publicly for lots of viewers in the near future. So you stick around.
Am I getting booted?
You're boring, man. Shiva doesn't do this kind of stuff. You're boring. You haven't given him any money, so he's not going to talk to you.
No, that's not true.
Tell me.
I'm prioritizing Dr. Rob because people here are watching that, but this is also separate. And I was waiting for some opposition, but you're just a nice, friendly guy.
Okay, I have opposition for you.
Oh.
I do have opposition for you.
Okay, now I really have to go.
I didn't want to just immediately bring opposition to you because that's not my personality.
Okay. Well, let me know briefly because I do have to go. I have to take a quick break, and if this guy's gonna do what he says he's gonna do, then I'll be prepared for that. And I can't be holding my laptop. So let me know.
So, reading the comments, whoever gives you money out loud is dangerous. and you are basically whoring yourself out for money. There's no difference between taking super chats and reading them live out loud or doing an OnlyFans.
Wow,
You become a whore to the internet.
You really took a left turn there. That's very exaggerated. But what about the streamers that do live streams and they have automatic super chats that get read off by the AI and everything gets read off?
Censors it. They censor it. They
Yeah.
won't say certain things like "show me your wife." It doesn't.
Okay, yeah.
It's not the same.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying, don't lose your soul in the light of, you know, the spiritual journey. Don't lose your soul to the money.
Yeah.
Money is nothing. But this whole time, I was trying to tell you, like, don't. You ask for these super chats, and yeah, they're good. You need them for sustenance, but it's not the be all end all of your spiritual path that you're on. You're on a spiritual path, whether you realize it or not. We only have one life, and whether you believe in reincarnation,
Mm-hmm.
whether you believe that or not, we have this one life in our one life. All I was trying to tell you this whole time is do not sell your soul to these super chats. It is almost like these super chats, these people you don't know, they don't introduce themselves, they're afraid to talk on Discord, whatever, what have you. Like, they're sending a random mystery gift to your home, and whether that includes a poisonous fruit that may look beautiful and you eat upon it and you die of, spiritually, that is one option, or it may contain a gift of light. There's basically two options for it. When you accept
This guy's trolling you, Shiva. This guy is a troll. He's a part of the troll army. He's trolling you, man. 100%. He
Yeah,
is.
I appreciate you saying that. I'll take it into consideration. It's not something that I've made up my mind on, but at least I'm happy that you called and you're a real person. Now I know who you are. Next time you comment. And I gotta go take a shower.
He's not real. He's a troll. He's being disingenuous. He's being disingenuous. He's a troll. He's just scheming on you so everybody can clap their hands and fart their cheeks because he's a part of the troll army.
Right. I'll see you soon.
This guy's a troll, man.
He's not a troll. He was a nice, genuine, kind-hearted individual. You're the troll, and get your feet out of my face. Absolute disrespect on this guy. Put some respect on it. Get your stinky feet out of there.
Hunting is bad. It's not good.
Okay. Last chance. If you want us to dive into a subject, or if you want me to ask Dr. Rob a question, send a super chat. I'll read it out loud, and we'll dive into it. Otherwise, I've had enough of this guy. Or otherwise, I'm gonna have to cleanse myself from this energy, and do something better.
When's the last time you washed that shirt that you're wearing on your head?
It's not a shirt.
When's the last time you washed it?
3 days ago.
That's a lie.
Yeah, it is a lie. I have washed it maybe 2 weeks ago, but I've only worn it for 3 days. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, and today. And it's a turban, not a t-shirt. All right. Someone sent a super chat in the form of a question or a comment. It could be anything, and I'll read it out loud, no matter what it is, because I'm crazy.
Don't pretend like everybody. If you have not tried Jenkum, be honest about that.
Stop it, okay?
And your Jenkum dealer is one of my friends and one of my supporters now, Shiva.
Who? Who is it?
They who must never be named.
All right, look, buddy. Your days are limited here. on this live stream. You're just a replacement that hasn't fully gotten replaced yet. I'm willing to find the replacement. I'm finding appropriate candidates. Your numbers are numbered here. Your days are numbered. So people that are here, this is the only chance for you to be here and see this. And your favorite supporter, guest of the show, friend, the person you know and love, the person that actually, oh my God, triggers you and makes you leave is here sending a donation. Man on user says, bad vibes, man. I don't like the energy. He's not someone to be talked to. He's got bad energy, bad vibes. He's parasocial. This is not good. Listen, buddy, what you're doing is not good. I don't want you to scroll through your photos. I don't know what you have there. And it just takes one little button to click the wrong thing. So I'm going to boo you out of here very quick. And this is your time. This is your time to shine. Don't hold back. And whatever needs to be said will be said. Yeah. Sometimes I have to look at my life and realize there's nothing left. And just not entertain these things. This is just gross. Anyways, I'm booting you out of here.
Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Trust me, you're gonna get it. Is that what you said? Oh, bean blue. Bean and blue. Okay, I got it. Bonsai. Okay. So I can't withstand this any longer. I must remove myself from the situation. I've assessed the situation, and I'm gonna go return some videotapes. No vegan pizza here. Maria and myself, thank you very much for your kindness. And I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Okay, Roberto, any last words? Because your behavior is not conducive. Why? Oh, okay. This is one of the super chats that I'm not going to But to my own demise, I'm gonna have to end up reading it because my stupid values. KK says with a super shot. Why is Rob so hot? If you think this is in any way currently stopping down peg. Nice, good. So, Mr. Robertson, Dr. Rooney, this is the time for you to answer these super chats. Oh my God, KK, stop it, girl. Anon user says, clear the energy, man. Rob is making it stagnant. Whew. Yeah. And I need to clean this guy's energy. This guy's energy, he's creating the bad energy. And since he started this weirdness, 50% of the people are left. So clearly he doesn't know what he's doing. Clearly whatever he's doing is obviously not working. And I gotta go. I mean, this is just out of line, out of hand. And please make us not look at this anymore. This is inappropriate. Whatever this is just wrong. Spiritually, morally wrong. Hello? And KK, we gotta have you on live. We gotta have you on the channel. We gotta have you on the show. You've expressed interest. Now that I know these things about you, now that I have the dirt, we're gonna bring you on. Starting with the Discord call first. You have to join the Discord. The link is in my description. Make a Discord call or make a Discord account, and we'll invite you to a call very soon. Yeah, thank you, KK. Yeah, he has misused his throat, and he's misused his throat in many other ways, Zen, not just in... Oh my god. Anyways, I gotta go. Discord is a social media prep. I don't have Facebook or Discord. Okay, I'll make a Discord. Yes, get a Discord. It's very easy. It's just an online application. Okay, Mr. Rob, if you don't show your face and keep your face on your... Excuse me. Turn your camera back on your face. I'm eating mushrooms on vegan pizza. Wow. Stud Muffin. I'm jealous. I wish I had some vegan pizza.
How could he not feel like he's LARPing?
Just because I'm talking in an excited and energetic way doesn't mean I'm LARPing, you bozo. And this guy's laying on his couch and I don't even know what he's expecting. Why is he on these live streams? Just leave, man. Just do us all a favor and just get it over with. Just put us out of our misery. Just to hang up your YouTube channel. Just throw in the white towel. It's over, man. You're done in this town. You have no business being here. There's something wrong with this picture. It's the hair. There's too much hair. Stay tuned says, tell Dr. Rob a real monk achieves Zen, not like him. Dr. Rob couldn't achieve Zen even if his face depended on it, even if his face was spelled the word Zen, like I'm sure it will be when he puts on his face paint. Jesus Christ almighty, I cannot do this. I can't put my viewers through this. Don't you understand? I have some standards here. Get your feet out of the picture first and foremost. Thank you. And get whatever this a hideous, disgusting creation is. I don't know if this was you fasting when you're fasting, but this is just not right. You got to go see a doctor or something. This is just clearly something is so fundamentally wrong with this. Okay? Stop it. Get some help. Is this when you were before you were a monk? My God, that monkhood is real good work. Is this what it feels like after being a monk for 8 years? And no, this is sacrilege. This is sacrilege. Do not even think about putting yourself next to Sadhguru or in Kailash. You've never been to Kailash. You never will go to Kailash. Put that phone down. You don't deserve a phone. Phones are for closers only. And okay, this is even better than before. This is it. This is the end of our live stream. Everybody, unless you have any more super chats to send or questions to ask, this is over. Okay, so it looks like Dr. Rob is coming to his senses now. Turn the camera to we can see you. Let's probably have a dialogue. Otherwise, this is the last time. This is the last day in this town. Never show your face in this town again. All right. So the engagement is going to drop off because clearly he's perfect. That's exactly what Stay tuned. It donates $3 Australian and says donating to make our set. Thank you for the $2 Australian donation. I appreciate it. I'll make sure to read the comments every single day. Filter, whatever you donate, I'll just read it out loud. And I'm sure Shiva is fuming into his head. Envy. What is even going on here? Is this even allowed to be platformed? This is negative energy that I can't platform. Jesus, hide those nostrils. This is PG-13. That's more like it. That's more of your avatar. Way better. Way better. It's a little bit too hypnotic. Please, Oh my god, his audio has drowned my audio. I just realized. Turn your filter on. Turn your filter on so that there's no background noise. You have an airplane next to your house. Okay, it's better. So this is the end. This is the end of our live stream. Unless we have some serious super chat donations that want us to continue, I don't think in good faith I can keep going and watch whatever this is. This is bad for my testosterone. This is bad for my masculinity. Whatever is being done here, I don't want to have anything to do with this. If this is what... Okay, KK, that's good. All right, that's it. Any last words? Are you getting a facial to prepare your face makeup to put on, or what's going on here? Hello, can you even hear me? Hello? All right, I'm done. Okay. Dr. Rob, I'm ending live stream. What's up, Matt guy? I don't know, what is this? Oh, Jesus. Somebody help me from this. Somebody stop this. Whatever this is, it needs to be stopped. This is illegal. I cannot in good conscience platform this. And, man, my spirituality really fell off the train. I don't know what's being done here.
Because we must so many colors, so now can so many colors inside. Shiny, green, and king.
Oh, you're gonna rip it off. You're gonna rip his skin off. Or his hair off. Let's just pray that happens.
Do not put vans outside my house and send psychic energy into my room. It's happened before, it could happen again. I'm just letting people know, don't even try it.
anyways, we're gonna take a break, my friends, and we'll be back. We'll be back shortly for round 2 or whatever the hell this is. Leave a like on this video. We're at 125 likes. If you haven't liked it, let's bring it up, way up. And welcome to planet Earth of whatever this is. Anyways, see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for those that are in the chat. I really appreciate you. We look forward to